In your headlines, the tourist board announces the return of island fish fry. JetBlue could be suspending almost 30 routes. And Honorable Josephine Connolly shares the announcement of a new event. From the PTV Broadcasting Headquarters in Providenciales, your #1 source for news, I'm Erica Pinales delivering the latest from across the country this Friday, April 1st, 2022, right to your door. Newswatch starts now. In today's top story, after 2 years of strict COVID-19 mitigation measures enforced and with COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations at an all-time low, hospital officials are pulling back on some of their COVID-19 protocols. Newswatch has the details.
Officials say this is just the introduction to a safe, phased approach to easing some of the measures of patient visitation and access to facilities. And considering that there was only one person admitted to the hospital presenting with COVID-19 during the month of March who was detected through screening and asymptomatic, and with the majority of PCR tests returning negative, bringing the positivity rate for the TCI to less than 2%, hospital officials have decided to make the following changes as of April 4th. Increase the number of visitors per patient from 1 visitor to 2 visitors. Visitation shall take place between 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. with a view to gradually introducing additional visitation times over the next 4 to 6 weeks depending on COVID-19 level activity, and reopening of the main entrances of both hospitals. The hospital's chief executive officer, Dr. Denise Brathwaite-Tennant, says this is an important aspect of improving patient and family interaction. Quote, "The gradual return of general visitation times will support patient and family engagement, and we believe this initial time chosen is most appropriate for anyone visiting their loved ones at the end of the working day. Our aim is to support visitation while continuing to have some precautionary measures in place to protect our patients, relatives, visitors, and staff. I am thankful for the patience of our patients, families, and visitors, and for the hardworking teams for their ongoing service." End quote. Patients and visitors must remain mindful that mask wearing is still mandatory. Social distancing is still enforced. COVID-19 antigen screening prior to visitation continues, and persons with viral symptoms or symptoms suggestive of COVID-19 are still to present to the tent for triage located at the entrance of the emergency departments. Officials say they are also pleased that the main entrances to the facilities are now open, giving other patients easier access as they have so done in the past. All protocols and measures officials say will be reviewed by April 30th.
Good news for fish fry fans. Turks and Caicos Islands Tourist Board has revealed that the popular Thursday night hangout will be back sooner than expected. Details in this report. While the country presumed that the popular island fish fry could be in a couple months or more, its resumption has been determined and confirmed by the Turks and Caicos Islands Tourist Board. The weekly event is set to commence on April 14th, 2022 at the Stubbs Diamond Plaza located in the Bight Settlement in Providenciales. From its inception in 2012, the weekly Thursday night island fish fry was a hit, featuring all things TCI with over a dozen local food vendors, entertainers, and cultural acts coming together to create a unique experience enjoyed by tourists and residents alike. Following a hiatus of over 2 years during the pandemic, the most sought-after weekly event in the destination will take place every week on Thursday evenings. Pamela Ewing, director of the Turks and Caicos Islands Tourist Board, said, "The island fish fry has been a staple of our community over the years, attracting locals and visitors alike for a first-hand look at Turks and Caicos' authentic culture and local food. We are thrilled to announce the event's return and to celebrate bringing together our beloved community and visitors from around the world to delight in what makes our destination so special." We gather that for the time being, scheduling and specific vendors have not been announced. However, the board urges for the public to stay tuned as more details will be announced shortly. Don't go anywhere. More News Watch when we return.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome back to Newswatch. Yesterday, March 31st, marked a year since our beloved founder and CEO, Peter A. Stubbs, gained his angel wings. To commemorate his life and his legacy, family members and friends gathered at Peter's final resting place for a balloon release ceremony, where love and nostalgia were expressed greatly from those whose lives he impacted. After American Airlines, JetBlue is perhaps the second most popular airline used by islanders and Americans looking to exit and visit the TCI's chain of islands. However, the latest news is that the airline could be cutting or suspending almost 30 of their routes this summer. Newswatch has more.
According to reports, JetBlue's flight to Providenciales is one of the 27 routes expected to be temporarily suspended this summer. One would think that as air travel continues to increase to pre-pandemic levels, now could not be a good time for measures such as this. However, sources say as travel increases, so is oil prices due to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Experts say the surge is resulting in airline suspension of leisure routes that were introduced during the pandemic, citing that longer routes which consume more jet fuel start to make less financial sense for carriers. Officials say when fuel prices are high, it makes some routes unprofitable or not worth flying. Most of the suspended routes, we are told, should return in the fall.
Up next, Newswatch was tuned into a press conference with Honorable Josephine Connolly, where she shared an important message on climate change and made the announcement of a new event. Take a look. As seen in previous newscasts, environmentalists all over the Turks and Caicos are becoming aware of the declining global issue of climate change and pollution, and they all commonly agree on one thing. Climate change is an issue that will affect us now, and we must do something differently and act before it's too late. And it seems that it has gotten some very much needed attention.
I want to say that as a territory comprising of low-lying islands and one whose income depends strongly on its pristine coastlines, the Turks and Caicos Islands has a great interest in the issue of climate change. Following my government's attendance at the United Nations Climate Change Conference, COP26 in 2021, the Ministry of Tourism and Environment believes that urgent action is needed to come alongside our international counterparts to support the Paris Agreement's goal of limiting global average temperature increase to 1.5 degrees Celsius.
Understanding the gravity of the matter at hand, Honorable Connolly revealed that the climate change conference was indeed an eye-opener for her as well as her peers.
I can say that all the OTs came together to discuss climate change resilience. And at this conference, you will meet most of them.
With that said, the Honorable Minister of Tourism made the announcement of a climate change summit under the theme, Only One Earth, Invest in Our Planet, coming very soon on Earth Day, April 22nd at the Shore Club Resort in Providenciales.
And we'll play host to local and regional stakeholders with key aims of raising intentions on all fronts and finalizing the implementation of the Turks and Caicos Islands Climate Change Charter. Greater ambition is required to adapt to the pertinent threats we face due to climate change, including loss and damage from extreme climatic events. And finalizing the Climate Change Charter commitment will enable the Turks and Caicos Islands to forge a resilient path ahead through unity to secure livelihoods for today and the future.
The summit is the first of its kind, and as we gather, we'll play host to local and regional stakeholders.
My hope is that you, my fellow Turks and Caicos Islands, will tune in, follow along, and participate in this momentous event. Climate change may seem abstract, but it is and will continue to impact all of us. It is only through collective collaboration today that we can ensure a resilient tomorrow.
Deputy Premier Honorable E.J. Saunders was also present at the conference, where he said to put forth he and his government's full support to this initiative.
As we all know, that climate change is real. Despite what some people have said, we can see that the Earth is actually warming up, and if we don't know exactly what the temperature is that it's warming up by, we can see it in the strength of the hurricanes. All before, our Category 2 or Category 3 hurricane was something that would scare you. Now we're routinely seeing Category 3 hurricanes. They're becoming the norm. And we're starting to see Category 5 hurricanes. And I'm certain, I feel pretty confident that Hurricane Dorian that went to the Bahamas a few years ago might have been something higher than a Category 5. It's just that we probably don't have any measurement that's higher than that. So we've seen them coming through. And so we have to take climate change seriously. We all have to do our part. Some of our regional leaders talk about climate justice. Anything that happens around the world, particularly in this region, we feel the effects of it first. So I encourage everyone to support this conference to see how we can do our part. Every one of us can play a part in it.
The Deputy Premier exclaimed his congratulations to Honorable Connolly and her ministry for taking on the initiative and very important matter. Laura Mika Williams from the DECR also made her presence at the conference, sharing more information on the upcoming summit and what to expect.
As we know, as small island developing states, climate change affects us much more readily and at a greater impact. We do not have, and this is just in a layman's way, we do not have the land space, we do not have the high ground that many other larger counterparts such as the US, Europe would have to sort of, I'd say, run away if anything happened. So we are, even though we are one of the lower contributors, less than 1% of the contribution to the rise in our temperatures, small island developing states such as Caribbean countries, OTs, really do have to make changes in order to become more resilient to the impacts that we are predetermined to experience. So we feel that climate change is a collaborative effort, as was stated by our minister, and can only be, resilience can only be achieved through a collaborative partnership with both government and its private sector entities and getting our community on board.
The Turks and Caicos Islands' contribution to the rapidly changing climate of the world is less than 1%, as stated by Williams. However, there is still a big part to play, as the rest of the world's declining climate change can and will affect us if things get out of hand.
Only one Earth investing in our planet. We only have one. Even though we watch a lot of blockbuster movies and think about moving to Mars and that terraforming, etc. We only have one Earth, and it's our responsibility as stewards to ensure that this Earth is inhabitable not only for ourselves, but for our future generations. The Honorable Minister Connolly spoke about 1.5 degrees Celsius rise. We are aiming to ensure that we do not exceed that amount, but at the rate we're going at this point, if we do not make concrete changes, significant changes, we will exceed that amount. So this climate change summit is a call to action. And that is why we'll be launching our climate change charter, which is an agreement that will be signed between the Turks and Caicos Island government and its private stakeholders.
Don't touch that remote, we'll be right back. Coming up next is your 3-day weather forecast.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome back to Newswatch. Here's the latest in your 3-day weather forecast. For the nation's capital, Grand Turk, on Saturday, mostly sunny skies, high 81, low 76, winds east-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. On Sunday, mostly sunny skies, high 81, low 76, winds southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. On Monday, mostly sunny skies, high 81, low 76, winds southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. For South Caicos on Saturday, mostly sunny skies, high 82, low 76, winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. On Sunday, mostly sunny skies, high 81, low 76, winds southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. On Monday, partly cloudy skies, high 81, low 76, winds southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. For North and Middle Caicos on Saturday, mostly sunny skies, high 83, low 73, winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. On Sunday, partly cloudy skies, high 81, low 76, winds southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. On Monday, mostly sunny skies, high 81, low 76, winds east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. For Parrot and Pine Key on Saturday, mostly sunny skies, high 81, low 76, winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. On Sunday, mostly sunny skies, high 81, low 76, winds southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And on Monday, mostly sunny skies, high 81, low 76, winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And on Providenciales on Saturday, mostly sunny skies, high 81, low 76, winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. On Sunday, mostly sunny skies, high 81, low 76, winds southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And on Monday, mostly sunny skies, high 81, low 76, winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Now for your sunrise and sunset. Sunrise 6:40 a.m., sunset 7:06 p.m., and for your high tides and low tides, high tides 9:20 a.m., 9:41 p.m., and low tides 3:17 a.m., 3:24 p.m. And that's it for your weather forecast. We'll be right back with more News Watch.
Here at People's Television, we're more than just your leading news and entertainment services. We are
spreading the gospel.
We are breaking barriers.
We are preserving the culture. Each one, teach one.
We are committed to excellence.
We're creating change.
We are creating memories.
We are the future.
I am PTV.
I am PTV. I am PTV.
I am PTV.
We are PTV.
We are continuing the legacy. We are PTV.
Welcome back to News Watch. Turks and Caicos Islands Community College held their very first Research Day 2022 under the theme Embracing Academic and Industry Research in the Turks and Caicos. Take a look. Yesterday, March 31st, 2022, was a proud and historic day for the Turks and Caicos Islands Community College as they launched their first ever Research Day under the theme Embracing Academic and Industry Research in the Turks and Caicos Islands.
This is the fundamental principle of research, and it is something that we all do on a lesser degree each and every day. Noteworthy, too, is that the need for research is never ending because, as we all know, change is constant, and so too are the many circumstances affecting an issue or thing. Speaking of the role of research at institutions of higher learning, David Ruskowski, in an article in Forbes magazine, recognized that research contributes in several ways to institutions of learning and society at large. Firstly, it contributes directly and indirectly to its primary mission of teaching.
The community college's role is to provide an educational experience that promotes learners' personal and professional development, and also by extension adds to the economic development of the Turks and Caicos Islands.
As a corporate citizen of this community and a benefactor of taxpayer contributions, the Turks and Caicos Islands Community College is charged with the responsibility to be that place where employers can expect to find a reservoir of new knowledge and bright ideas on things Turks and Caicos and beyond in the various faculty and disciplines. It is a place where students expect to be inspired, and motivated by their learning experiences, and a place where they can be groomed to become well-rounded, highly knowledgeable, truth-seeking, and contributing citizens.
Reportedly, researching has numerous advantages and positive effects on students and the world, some of them being it contributes to the development of an advancing society, helps students develop and own their skills for knowledge acquisition, and increases the researcher's breadth and depth of knowledge and understanding. Newswatch gathers that internally there are several members of staff at the community college that are engaging in research which the facility looks forward to benefiting from.
Especially those dealing with an investigation into student support and development services and higher education leadership, a case study of a community college in the Caribbean by lecturer Ms. Beverly John, and the economic impact of student attrition, a comparative study by lecturer Mr. Patoy Montague. Student research is equally important, and I look forward to highlighting a few of them in due course.
Gardner revealed that it is against this background that the final days of the 2022 College Month of activities are coming to an end, commending the organizers of the event yet again. Suzette Creary, Chair of Faculty of Business Administration at the college, also shared remarks as she highlighted the importance and benefits of a research day.
Research is a key element that drives development in higher education. For teachers to impart knowledge to students, they must have a broad knowledge of their subject matter, the curriculum, and educational standards, as well as enthusiasm and a desire for learning throughout the course of their career. Notably, teaching will improve if staff engages in research. Professional practice will improve if professional workers in their training learn how to base their work on research-based knowledge.
As we gather that it is necessary that institutions engage in reinventing research-based teaching and learning. As mentioned before, several members of staff at the community college engaged in researching, where they explored numerous phenomenons by utilizing purposive sampling.
The staff here at TCICC realizes the value of research, which is demonstrated by the significant number of faculty currently pursuing doctoral research. Notably, 2 faculty members concluded their doctoral degrees within the last academic year. And ladies and gentlemen, a total of 11 faculty members are currently engaging in doctoral research.
On the lineup of the program were Honorable Rachel Taylor, keynote speakers Elvin Glinton, Samuel Forbes, Candace Williams, Angela Musgrove, Dr. VJ Daniel, and Jasmine Thomas, who all contributed to a day of information sharing, engagement, and most notably, research.
Research Day is near to my heart. It's our inaugural event, and I'm happy that we're here to share it with TCI public in general, and of course, you know, the planning committee. We're all elated and happy. We're happy for the partnership that we have had with Provo Water and CSC Insurance, and we're grateful for the support that TCI has given to us. And indeed, Next year will be bigger and better.
That brings us to the end of this edition of The Real News. I hate to leave you so soon, but of course, you can join us right back here every weekday at 6:30 p.m. and tap into our social media platforms at www.ptv8tci.com. I'm Erica Canales, keeping you informed, updated, and affiliated. Until next time.